Hello, guys, and welcome to another edition of Pink Sock Podcast. I hope you guys like my pink hat. I actually have a funny story about this hat before we jump into the Rob Zombie details. I got this at a Pride festival. No, I'm not gay. I just support the cause. But this hat, I went to buy it. I'm like, I want that pink hat, whatever. And apparently, a girl was looking at it as I was buying it, and she stormed the fuck out of there, pissed off
Why?
that I bought it. And I'm like, first come, first serve. Like it's somebody actually, this is actually custom made. I forget the name of the booth, but I'll post it if I can find it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's cool.
but it wasn't custom made to me. Like they made it, if that makes sense. But today we are ranking Rob Zombie's movies from worst to best. Now, before we do that, guys, before we jump into that, I'd like to give some shout outs, if that's all right with you, Gorak.
Yeah.
Pink Sock Podcast proudly supports the following podcasts and shows. In the Trenches with Ryan Roxie. Go check it out. Amazing. He interviews a lot of great musicians. Reignite with Cathy Grant once a month. I think she still does it. She interviews musicians as well. Death Comes Lifting, which is also a lifting platform as well. Amazing. MGC Podcast, which also does movie rankings and movie reviews. The VoiceIt Show is currently on hiatus, but they do great interviews as well. The Calabrese Mystic Cult of Horrors. It's the guys of Calabrese. They have their own little potty podcast. Dabs with Dads, which I'm on occasionally. It is a cannabis themed podcast show, which is great. Askadan, he has a lot of like music stuff on there and a lot of really cool archive footage. You have Royce In The House, who ranks albums, does all kinds of music stuff. You have Rachel's Ghost, another music one. We have a lot of music ones. And Useless Reality, where they question the reality of life and a lot of other shit like that. Also, Wednesday at noon, we are going to be reviewing and talking about the new Ghost album. Phantom. It's an EP. It is a covers EP. So we're going to be doing that. It is actually available on all streaming platforms right now. So go check it out. Go check it out before the show. Let us know what you think in the comment below. Now, without further ado, Gorak, are you ready for this?
Oh man, this is hard.
Okay, we're going to go from what we think, and we're not saying they're bad movies. We're just doing from what we think is the worst to the best. Okay, you want me to go first, Gorak?
Yeah, go. I
Halloween.
still need to think through this.
Halloween 2 from 2009.
Yeah.
The reason why I picked Halloween 2 from 2009 is because it felt very rushed, in my humble opinion, and it felt like Rob could have done much better, and it felt like a clusterfuck. With all the ghost elements and all of that really had nothing to do with Michael Myers, which I understood it. Like it worked, but it just felt like a lot of shit was going on at once, but nothing at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would you rank as number 9?
Halloween 2 as well. For the same reasons, but Rob from a podcast that I've listened to or watched on YouTube a few weeks ago that he was on. There were other directors that were meant to do this movie, but they all couldn't find any and they won't do it. So Rob was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it anyway." But like what you were saying, that it was rushed. It was completely different. It was more focused on Laurie more though, being just a crazy woman, you know.
And also, it didn't feel like, other than the beginning sequence, it didn't really feel like a sequel to the last one. It didn't have the same feel.
Not really. It kind of did a little bit. It would have been cool if they brought back the kid that played Michael Myers when he was a kid in this one, I think. But
that would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
But yeah, Halloween 2, I would rank it number 9 for that reason. And also, I heard it was a rushed movie, like you said. Like, Rob got screwed a lot during the making of the movie.
That and Halloween 1, he got screwed a lot too.
Halloween 1 was better, though. Significantly better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Number 8, The Munsters.
Ooh, that's rough.
It is rough. It was an amazing movie. Don't get me wrong, but I have to rank this amongst other great movies as well. But The Munsters, I ranked it kind of low because, like, you're comparing a comedy film, like a family comedy film, with slasher horror films.
Yeah.
It was a great movie, but I felt there was aspects where it was lacking.
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't have the same feel, yet it did. Like, it did and didn't have the same feel as the original Munsters. The cast was great, but I wish we could have, like, been introduced to little Eddie Munster at the end of the movie or something. It was a great movie. It's just, it felt like it was lacking in some fields, and we will get to that with other movies as well.
Yeah.
I can't really put my finger on why I ranked it so low, and if you ask me another day of the week, it might be ranked higher. But amongst all his other movies, I would rank this one at number 8, even though I don't think it is worse. It's much better than Halloween 2.
Dude.
Heaps.
Like, fucking, the Child's Play remake was better. No, I'm joking. That was worse too.
What would you rank at number 8? And
number
why?
8, Lords of Salem.
And why?
That, I don't know, man. It took me a while to actually like the fucking movie. It was completely different compared to, like, the other ones that I watched beforehand, you know. Mm-hmm. At that time I wasn't really into the whole, like, psychological stuff. I was still more into, like, you know, the slashers and the killers and stuff like that.
See, that's where we're different in a way, Gorak, in a good way.
Yeah.
I'm more into, like, I love slashers too, but I'm also really into psychological thrillers.
Yeah. 100%. I enjoy psychological thrillers now than what I did before. Because fucking Get Out by Jordan Peele changed everything though.
Great fucking.
But the storyline was a bit strange. But then it also felt like it had that Evil Dead vibe too with the record thing.
Yeah, that's why I loved that album. That movie. You said vinyl, I thought album. That's why I loved that movie. So you ranked it that low because you're not that as much into psychological thrillers as you are into slashers.
Yeah, but, like, I do kind of appreciate the movie a bit more now. But then there was just some scenes that just didn't need to be in it, like those masked guys jerking off the dildos. Like, why was that there?
That was there to add suspense, I guess.
Suspense.
Right.
I thought the death metal band in that scene when they were playing, like, 30-second death metal clips or something were pretty cool, which is the band, really.
That was cool as fuck.
In that, but I don't know. The storyline was a bit crazy, a little bit just
It was fucking wild, dude. Like,
it was, yeah. But then again, it's like that with every movie. If it's a movie that I don't really enjoy, I give it a chance and maybe watch it multiple times so you know I fucking like it. But it's it's down there with Halloween 2 for me, man.
So number 7.
Yeah.
The Haunted World of El Super Beasto. Great fucking movie, don't get me wrong. But I'm stacking it up against horror films. So that's my kind of thing with the previous movie. The Haunted World of El Super Beasto seemed like it was hilarious. It seemed like it belonged in, like, a Ren and Stimpy kind of category.
Yeah.
But when stacked up with the rest of the movies, I don't think it should be ranked much higher.
Yeah. Mine. We're at number 7 now, yeah?
Number 7.
Number 7, I'll pick 31.
31. You weren't much of a fan of that movie?
It was all right. It was kind of like watching like it was like a 10 times upgrade of Saw. Really, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of cool because I love the Saw movies as well. But I ranked it that low, like in number 7, because it was like one of my least favorite movies out of like all of them. But it's still fun to watch every now and then. It's kind of like watching a game show, but for survival, really. You know,
Yeah, it was.
that's how I
It was.
kind of see it a little bit. With you know,
I thought it was a
or
fun movie.
yeah, that or it kind of reminds me like John Wick. You have this amount of hours to kill the man for this amount of money. That's what I kind of felt like a little bit. You know what I mean?
It really did. I
Yeah.
understand where you're coming from with that. I really do. And I'm actually might be changing my list in my head now that we're talking. So you're not going to know what my list originally was. Ha 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 ha.
Bitch.
Now with number 6, I'm going to have to go with Halloween.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh man.
When I'm stacking Halloween against these other horror movies that are original Rob Zombie films, I love the Halloween franchise, but I would not rank Rob Zombies as my favorite of the franchise. So for that reason alone, nothing personal, but that is my number 6.
Number 6.
Yeah.
See, number 6 for me would have been the haunted world of. I almost said fucking Beastly Blanco.
The haunted world of Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, yeah. Number 6, I picked that one for me because uh, again, it was like one of those movies. It was just when I first watched it, I first watched like the first 15, 20 minutes of it. I'm like, man, can't get into this. And until we decided to review it, and then I watched it. I'm like, it's not so bad after all. But again, I like where Rob Zombie change like his style of movies. Like still kind of keeps him the same, but like that as his first animation movie was pretty cool. I
And
would
he
have
had,
liked to. I would have liked to see him do more animation movies.
me too. I want to see a sequel of the haunted world of El Super Beasto. This movie though, the reason why I like it is because like he had an all-star cast. He had people that helped animate SpongeBob, and he had people that helped animate Ren and Stimpy do this.
Yeah.
All right, number 5. I'm gonna have to go with 31.
Ooh.
Like you said, it was a great movie, but it felt like Rob added like the game show element, but it also felt like he was adding a lot of like Devil's Rejects type elements as well, especially with the ending sequence.
Yeah. The ending was the best part because it's like, okay, it ends there, but then who
What happened?
won? Yeah. What
Who won?
that could have been a sequel. Easy.
Very easy, and also the ending kind of reminded me of the ending of House of a Thousand Corpses when like Captain Spaulding picked that girl up.
Yes.
Like, it kind of reminded me a little bit of that if it would have cut off at that point.
And Halloween a bit.
Yeah, it did mimic Halloween a little bit too, the ending. What was yours? Your number 5.
The monsters. Reasons. I thought the jokes were funny. I kind of like how he did the prequel, then just the reboot. You know what I mean? And I like the way how it was shot with the really bright colors.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was cool.
That was very cool.
The storyline was okay. The acting was great, but like what I agree to what you said. It would have been nice if they introduced Eddie Monster at the end. But
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of cool that they choose not to
I think
add that part
they should do a
to it.
sequel.
But Yeah, oh, 100%. But I just like the idea of him doing that as a prequel more than a reboot, though. That's the reason why I rank it at number 5. Because if he was just doing it as like another reboot, then I don't know how I feel about it. So I'm kind of glad that he went way back to how Herman Munster became Herman Munster and how, the love between Lily and Herman, got together. Because you never really seen in the original.
You didn't. They were already together living in that house.
So that's why I ranked it at number 5, because he went back to from what it
So you can
was.
easily watch the Munsters movie and then watch the TV series because, like I said, it has the same comedy type elements. It feels like the original movie, the original show, but like some of the aspects were a little different.
A little bit, but like there was so many funny the cheesy jokes were pretty cool, and that's what's part of the monsters. It's always about the cheesy fucking jokes and the humor and everything.
Now, this
it was great.
This next movie, number 4, I'm going to get hate for.
Uh-oh.
Personally, it is one of my top 3 or 4 Rob Zombie films. I'm going to say that right now. It is my top 3 typically. But if I'm being a critic right now, I'm defending myself hard. Number 4, House of a Thousand Corpse. Here's why.
No, I understand that.
It was Rob Zombie's first movie. He even has said that movie was somewhat of a dumpster fire.
Oh, 100%. Like it was chaos.
If I was a critic, now this is me as a critic, not me personally. If it was me personally, it'd be top 3. But number 4 is House of a Thousand Corpses because it was so chaotic of a movie. There was so much going on. There was too many characters in that goddamn movie that didn't really amount to much. And you agree with that, don't you, Greg?
Yeah, but the fish boy scene, man, the fish boy, that was awesome. That's that guy from The Office, by the way.
Yeah, it's the guy from The Office, and he looks just like he does in The Office.
Well, as the fish?
Yeah, as the fish. Dude, I've been eating a lot of fish in my diet. I might try that one.
I want to see if I can get. I wonder, that singing, smoking fish when you press it, then he sings. He's got a cigarette in its mouth. Can't they make one like that of him?
Yeah, in the States, I don't know what they call it over there. I don't know if they call it like big mouth cunt bass or whatever. But we call it the big mouth bass, and he sings. Now I'm putting you on the spot though, Grant, because you keep changing the subject. Number 4.
Rob Zombie's Halloween. Reason why. As much as I love the original, and the original is always kind of the place in my heart, but I watched the reboot first before the original because I've never seen the original before. That's the reason why I picked the remake, because I watched the remake first. Until like maybe a few years later, I went back to watch the original and see the two difference. They're both good in my opinion. Rob Zombie just had like more of a mindset on Michael Myers more when he was a kid.
Yes.
Of his childhood and how, where he ended up and then how he got out and then all that stuff.
And fun fact.
I think that's kind of cool how they did his storyline. What's that?
Fun fact. I'm sorry. I thought you was done talking before I interrupted you. Halloween, Rob Zombie, and Halloween, the original, are different in the aspect that Rob Zombie's Halloween is a gore fest, whereas the original Halloween had no blood or violence.
Yeah.
It didn't need the blood or the violence.
And pretty much the original Halloween was... it was more just like a horror thriller. Because it was just more about Laurie, that original Halloween, getting stalked by a masked killer. Rob's Rob's version was more focused on Michael, which is kind of cool, I think, because like it's interesting, like how he became, the mask killer.
Yeah.
And why he did it, and what made him do it.
That's what I liked about it as well, because the Rob Zombie Halloween felt like Halloween 1 and 2 mushed into one movie, in a way.
I kind of feel like that too. Yeah.
And then Halloween 2 was kind of like Halloween 3 in a way, not like Season of the Witch, but like Halloween 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like all three of those movies just mushed into two.
Yeah.
This is when shit gets hard. Gorak, you have to promise me something. You're not going to hate me for these top three.
No.
Number 3. 3 from Hell.
That's understandable because of the title.
3 from Hell is number 3 because, well, it was an amazing movie. I felt, and this is the case, and I give Rob Zombie a lot of credit for making such an amazing movie on the dime, but I felt the Midnight Wolfman did not have any backstory. We didn't really hear much about him. He wasn't in any of the other movies. Where the fuck did he come from? And they mention him like killing people, and then they turn around and say, well, it was only 3 petty crimes. Like, it felt like they were trying to force this character into the movie that didn't actually exist.
I reckon like the movie would have done better without him.
Me too. Or just to have those two killing and have it like Captain Spaulding is kind of like an immemorable of the kind of thing. Because the 3 from Hell in the movie is Sid Haig, which is Captain Spaulding, Baby, and Otis. It's not the Midnight Wolfman, even though, of course, Captain Spaulding at the beginning of the movie gets. But like they could have had like a ghost type thing where they just go back to him and remember him and shit. Like, I felt the Midnight Wolfman. I love the actor that plays him. I forget his name, but he's in a lot of great movies. I feel the movie was great. Don't get me wrong. But I felt it didn't make much sense. And also, I wish DDP would have been in it because, like them two, Danny Trejo and him were kind of a thing. But the movie was good, but I felt out of the 3 movies, it's the second best one. From like a critic standpoint.
I think it was like one of his top rating movies.
It was one of them, yes. So Gorak, do you agree with me or do you not agree with me at number 3?
No. It's hard because you're down to the top for the last 3 movies, but yeah.
Your last three is 3 from Hell, House of a Thousand Corpses, and Devil's Rejects, which is not shocking.
No.
Go ahead, Gorak. What's your
number? I'm at 3 now.
Yep, you're at 3.
Yeah. Again, I'll go with House of a Thousand Corpses. Actually, no, I'll change that. Sorry, I'll go from 3 from Hell.
Okay.
The same reason as you, though. But I find like the acting in this movie was kind of cool too.
I felt the acting was a lot better than House of a Thousand Corpses. That's why I ranked House of a Thousand Corpses where I ranked it.
Yeah, but like, I tell you why I picked my number 2 later. But 3 from Hell was cool, and what I didn't understand is how the fuck do you survive from a big shootout?
I don't know. That was another confusing thing, but I guess it was some kind of, I don't know, demonic entity. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't do witchcraft or any of that shit. I don't fucking know. I'm not a voodoo
Me
teacher.
either, but like, that was a little bit confusing because I'm pretty sure they died.
Pretty sure, but at the end of the movie, it don't say. So
no, it pauses from when everybody got shot, and then that's it, done, and then Freebird happened, or Freebird happened during the shooting.
And I thought like the ghost sequences were kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like it was,
But I feel like I like the protesting, how they free the free.
yeah,
free.
you
I
can
thought that
actually
was cool.
you can actually find shirts on Etsy that says free the three.
Yeah, or where I got this T-shirt from it's called a Local Boogeyman.
Mm-hmm.
They were selling shirts of that too.
I'll have to go on that. It's something
Yeah, they're really good. I haven't really bought anything from them because it's so fucking expensive. But
send me the link. I'll check them out. I might not be able to buy from them, but
yeah, that's where I bought this Captain Spaulding T-shirt because it's limited edition. But yeah, but I thought like out of all the movies that Sherry Moon Zombie's in, I think Free from Hell was spot on for her.
It was, but you just said out of all the Rob Zombie movies that she was in, I'm like, bro, that's all of them. That's like
yeah, I know. But like you know what I mean? Anyway,
Helen Bonham Carter of fucking Rob Zombie movies.
Hey, they call stunt doubles too, you know. And shut up, it's like 2:30 in the morning.
Bro, I love you. I was just giving you a hard time.
That's how us Australians speaks. Out of all the cunts, it's better than the cunts in the movie. No. But like out of the movies, though, like I think that's one of her best acting.
I agree, but Gorak, there's another movie that she's a great actress in. You're going to disagree with his number 2 spot. I don't give a flying fuck. I love psychological thrillers. So number 2 is Lords of Salem.
Wow.
I'm alone in this. I know I'm throwing my cowboy hat. I'm alone in this. I know. But I thought Lords of Salem was a mind fuck and a half. And I love that movie.
Nope. I didn't see a reminder of Evil Dead.
It did, and I'm a big fan of Evil Dead. So, Gorak, agree with me or not?
I like the reboot of Evil Dead, though.
Yeah. Like, I love Lords of Salem. Judge me all you want. Fuck it. But it was a great movie.
I like the song, though.
The song is fucking great. I want to get that in my car.
I think I like the song more than the movie. But anyway.
Fuck you. It's a good movie, Gorak.
But I stay. If it makes you happy, I still bought the movie.
You bought it and then didn't like it.
I did kind of like it.
Didn't you buy the movie
at least
before?
I'm supporting him, not stealing from him. I bought it because I'm a fan of Rob Zombie. It doesn't mean I have to watch it.
You could have streamed it. I think it's on streaming platforms.
Yeah, but buying is better. You're supporting him.
I already know what your number 2 is going to be.
Yeah, House of 1,000 Corpse.
I figured.
Reason why that movie is fucking chaotic, and 2, it reminded me of the Rocky Horror Picture Show meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
You're only saying that because Otis Driftwood looks like a fucking riffraff from fucking. He does.
That too. But like, I remember watching that movie for the first time, not in theaters, but on DVD because I bought it. Yeah, I fucking bought it. 2 copies though. Because the first one I lost. But anyway, it's a great fucking movie. It's his first movie. It's meant to be chaotic. It is just, yeah. The acting, okay. The script writing, it's beyond average. But
you're literally
what's going on?
You're literally shitting on this movie that you picked as his number 2 movie.
I ain't shit on it.
You said the acting is B-rated. You said it's a chaotic clusterfuck.
Yeah, well, think of like watching Halloween Ends, but on mute.
On mute. fuck is wrong with you, Greg? You're over here like this movie fucking sucks. But it's number 2. It reminds me of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Dude, that's me, like 60.
Grow your hair out. You'll look like that.
Yeah, it's like Devin Townsend in the 90s.
It does. But, okay, you think the movie sucks, but it's number 2. I got you.
Okay. It's fucking hard, bro.
It's hilarious because you're like trying to be a critic over here, and you're like, the movie is a steaming pile of shit, but I love it.
That's what I like about it. Dude, okay. It's like watching Velocipasta, right?
Bro, you're making it worse.
Velocipasta is like the best low-budget fucking movie ever.
You literally just said that fucking this movie reminds you of Velocipasta. You're just burying this movie the more you fucking speak. Just shut up. Stop talking. I'm crying. All right.
Can we
we should never do rankings again because you bury the fuck out of your top rankings.
Oh, come on, man. Next, we can do all the Halloween movies.
You're going to do H2O as number 1.
Well, it's like saying Sad Anger from Metallica is the best album. Like, come on, man.
Did you see that Metallica posted on Instagram? They're like 20 years ago today, this classic album was released. It was Sad Anger.
At least I bought the album. It had the DVD. That's the reason why I bought it.
They need to remaster that album, but with real drums. Anyway.
It is on real drums.
We both agreed on 2 things on this podcast. Number 9, which we both said Halloween 2, correct?
Yeah.
And number 1. The Devil's Rejects.
Yeah.
This movie, I don't care what anybody says, is a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah. I totally agree. Captain Spaulding, his famous words, you know.
Don't you
What's
like
the matter,
clowns?
kid?
Yeah. Aren't we fucking funny?
Don't you like
also,
clowns? Like, that's just like, come on, dude.
Tutti fucking fruity. Like, you have a lot of quotable lines in this one when compared to the other ones. You also have I'm the devil and I'm here to do the devil's work.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude. This movie, brilliant masterpiece.
I thought the truck scene was funny. The truck scene when the chick was running. Like,
yeah.
The husband's face skin, like, over the top of her face or something. She was, like, freaking out and then just gets hit by a truck.
That was fucking hilarious.
Like, whoops.
Now, that's out of the way, and I'm very glad that you didn't shit on Devil's Rejects like you did your fucking number 2 pick.
No, okay. The acting in Devil's Rejects, pretty good. The script writing, fucking amazing. Everything else, fucking awesome. Happy?
Now, Gorak, don't forget, guys, we do have a merch shop now. Go ahead and go there and buy some Pink Sock merch and show us some fucking support and love so we can keep this shit going week in and week out. And also, Wednesday, we're going to be reviewing the covers album by Ghost, well, covers EP by Ghost. Now, Gorak, next week for Pink Sock Reacts, we're going to be doing Renfeld. And then for Monday on Pink Sock, we're just going to do a random discussion. Unless you want to rank movies again.
Dude, I'm happy to do Metallica albums because last time I did a Metallica album rating, I was on Robert Rose podcast, stream or whatever podcast. And then he wasn't happy with my top 5.
Can we do that in 2 weeks so I have time because it's been a while since I've listened to all the Metallica.
Nah, I'm just joking. I don't want to do that rating anymore. Like,
How about we do all of Frank Zappa's albums, all 100 and something of them, or all of Buckethead's albums? That'll take a few podcasts.
Yeah, that'll take up a whole year. I was thinking about doing Avenged Sevenfold's new album because it's completely different.
Let's do it, dude. We don't have to do like the reviews just on Wednesdays. We can do 2 reviews a week if you want.
Yeah, but no, the week after, let's do Avenged Sevenfold's new album because it's different. It's good, but it's different.
We can actually just do random topic like we normally do on Monday live, and then we can do a reacts. So, guys, that was Pink Sock Podcast presents Rob Zombie's movies ranked the worst to best. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you hate us? Comment below. Let us know. Hit that subscribe button. You can find us at this link right here or where you're at right now.
And do you agree on my rating on House of 1,000 Corpses with the acting and the script writing and everything else?
Being a horse shit, but he has it at number 2.
I didn't say it was horse shit. I said the acting was okay. It doesn't mean it was horse shit.
I know. I'm just fucking with you, dude. I just found it funny.
No. It was fucking amazing.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to check out our merch shop. Check out Gorak on Instagram. He's Gorak_1985. He's amazing. He's also on TikTok. Anything you want to add, Gorak?
Nah.
All right, guys. As always, see you Wednesday at noon. And as always, live long, rock hard. Love you all.
Stay hard. Be nice. Don't be a cunt.
Yes. Love y'all.